Welcome back to Stacked, the podcast that helps you scale like a system and sell like a human. I'm Channing, and today we're pulling back the curtain on something that's closing deals while I'm literally asleep or recording this episode. So this is the story of our CloseBot. She's an AI sales assistant that we trained to qualify leads. She books appointments for us, and she'll even follow up without ever getting tired, sick, or distracted, and she's not even on the payroll. I'm going to walk you through exactly how we built her, what tools we used, what mistakes we made, and how you can do the same inside your own business, no matter your niche. Let's go. So you already know this. Most leads don't ghost you because they're not interested. They ghost because they got busy, or maybe your reply took too long, or the momentum on their interest just died. But what if it didn't have to? What if someone answered every lead in under 30 seconds, 24/7, with the right question based on their initial engagement, with the right next step that takes them through the process smoothly, and or a booking link or offer that fits them perfectly based on their comments? Well, that's our CloseBot. And that's not just a chatbot. It's your top sales rep who never needs a coffee break and who never forgets to follow up. So here's how we built ours inside DallowryFlow using the GoHighlevel system. Step 1, we identify our lead flow. Where is the lead coming from? And depending on where the lead is coming in, you might want your website form, Facebook DMs, Instagram comments, text, email, or referral to answer differently. So we plugged into every single channel and then into one shared inbox, and we attached our AI there, but depending on the channel, the AI is trained differently. Step 2, we're going to train the CloseBot with the right prompts. So we didn't say answer everything. We gave it frequently asked questions and the answers that we wanted to have. We gave it objection handling language. We gave it booking scripts. We gave it qualifying questions to ask the lead. We gave it follow-up templates to follow through after a conversation, and we trained it on the brand tone that we want it to use. So think of it like training a new hire, except you don't expect genius, you expect consistency, and you don't ever have to do it again. And that's exactly what we programmed. And then step 3 is create the conversation's paths. So if the leads say they're not ready, it'll initiate our nurture sequence that is over a longer period of time. If they're interested but they're not qualified, it's going to redirect them to one of our resources that is a good fit for where they are. And if they're hot and ready, it's going to book with confirmation text and calendar automations automatically. So it's not magic, it's logic plus empathy plus automation. Step 4, we're going to loop in the human where it counts. So if the conversation hits a wall or a lead is highly valuable, we route the conversation to a human with a kind of like a Slack ping or an SMS alert, but all happening inside the one system. And then step 5, we're going to measure the outcome. So we track how many conversations turn into bookings. We track the objections the bot deflects, and we check the emails and DMs we don't have to respond to anymore. And then we make adjustments as we go, training the bot on where it could have done better, how we'd prefer it to answer, and where it should have passed off to us sooner. So spoiler alert, we cut responses times down by 93%, and our lead to call rate is the best it's ever been. So here's some common mistakes that you can avoid. You don't train it all at once. You need to start with your most common questions and build from there. The AI is never going to be perfect when you first launch it. And there's some customers we talk to that get really nervous because they don't want it to ever make a mistake. But the problem is it's kind of like a tree. The best day to plant a tree was 5 years ago. The second best time is now. And AI answering is the exact same way. It's going to have bumps. You're going to need to train it. But the best time to launch it was 5 years ago. The second best time is now. You don't want to try to sound overly formal. You want the CloseBot to sound like you, so that's why you train it on brand voice. You can even train it to match the customer's language while avoiding any vulgar language the customer might use. You also don't want to hide the fact that it's a bot. This one I'm 50-50 on. There's some bots that once they're really, really trained, it'll answer if the person asks if it's a bot, it will be honest, but it doesn't outright just say it. But transparency does build trust. And so having a bot that introduces itself immediately as a bot can help avoid any further trust building issues down the road. Next, if you're ready to build your own, if this sounds intriguing, you're like, I'm in, let's do it. Here's the things that you're going to need. You need one inbox, You need an AI conversation prompt, and we do have that pack down below the description episode. You need your booking calendar clean and connected to your AI so that it can interact with appointments and know what's available. And you need the trust to trust the process, right? So we include all of that setup. It's all available inside DallowryFlow, and your AI agent is just $197 a month. It's a lot cheaper than having a front desk person. You also don't have to build it from scratch. If you want your CloseBot trained and live in less than 7 days, then we'd be happy to help. We can custom build your CloseBot for you. So let me leave you with this from Patrick Bet David. The cost of inaction is almost always higher than the cost of making the wrong move. So if you've been waiting to get started with AI, you can test, tweak, and train, but you can't recover time lost on cold leads, long replies, or missed messages. If you want to see it in action, you can actually go to our website, Dallowry.com, and chat with our web chat bot down in the bottom right corner. That is our CloseBot AI. So thanks for listening to Stacked, where we automate, elevate, and repeat.